So I have treasured recently being able to get together with some of our college students. It's been really nice, and it's been really nice to hear, what college life is like, particularly when you grow up in a congregation as solid as Good Shepherd is, and what that kind of takes what you can take with you as you go on. But when you get into college, you take, of course, surveys of religions, right? I did. I read the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita and, many varieties of scripture, which were all beautiful in their own way, which I loved doing. But you find that there's kind of a universal philosophy, right? There's these philosophies that are universal, philosophies of goodness and kindness and sharing. Those are universal philosophies that pretty much everyone agrees all over the world are good things to be and do. What's unique about us is what's happening tonight. This story has nothing to do with any kind of philosophy. It's about a baby. It's about God coming to us through Mary and Joseph as a baby. That's, as a parent, right? That's not philosophical. That is a very real thing. And it doesn't matter whether you want to get up in the middle of the night or not, you do. You do. It doesn't matter whether you feel like being nice to your 3-year-old. You are. You are gentle. Why? Because it's flesh and blood. And so at the very heart of our faith, at the very heart of our life together, is this life gathered around relationship, around somebody. So I've been revisiting the Christmas classics. And if you haven't done so recently, I really commend A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. It's really good. As is Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So I'm going to recap How the Grinch Stole Christmas very quickly for you. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. Could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be that his shoes were too tight. But I think the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. Of course, we know what goes on to happen. He decides he's going to steal Christmas, and that he can do this by rounding up all, the roast beef and the plum pudding and all the presents, and he does that. He scurries away with them, and he says, "Oh, okay." Down in Whoville, he says, "They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry boo-hoo." And he did. He did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, and then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. The sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry. Very. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, were singing without any presents at all. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, needs a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast, and he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. Dr. Seuss, after all. Well, if you haven't heard or read Charles Dickens' The Christmas Carol, I invite you to do so, but it's the same storyline, just, reworked, Dr. Seuss-like. It's the same exact storyline of a heart that's too small, way too small, that, bursts open. So we have Ebenezer Scrooge, eventually having dinner, gathered around the table with the Cratchit family and Tiny Tim, of course, who lives. And the Grinch gathered with the Who's in relationship, singing and eating and feasting with them. And where did did Charles Dickens and Dr. Seuss get that story from? From the Gospels, right? From the Gospels. The good news of Jesus, who came so that we get into relationship with Him, and our hearts grow and grow and grow until it's just what we do is sharing. Sharing is just what we do in relationship, so that others, everyone, will have enough. So as much as a secular world might like to have it, Christmas is actually not about a universal philosophy of kindness and goodwill. As wonderful as that is, and as needed as that is, Christmas is actually about relationship. It's about the warmth, human warmth. About kindness and goodwill towards yourself and your spouse and your children, and even in Jesus' world, even your enemies. Christmas ushers in a world where this main religious event, the main religious event, is eating together. How wonderful, right? Eating together. And including others in our singing and our prayers, even those we don't actually know or like. So over a spontaneous dinner this evening, those of us who had to stay here and didn't have food, we gathered some food together and ate over in the parish kitchen. And, I'm totally phrasing what one of my friends there said, totally paraphrasing, because I was eating and not taking notes. But she said something like this: religion is about relationship. It really and truly is about relationship. You can't give or get love without connection. And connection, of course, can get messy and challenging and frustrating. But it is worth it because it's where our salvation lies in this world. Relationship that has Christ at its heart is relationship that also has grace and forgiveness and beauty at its heart. Where those are the mainstays, the reliable order of things. Even when the roast is overdone and your present is something that the other person actually wanted. Even when that happens, there can be laughter and grace that can both acknowledge hurt feelings and get over them. So, as I said, I've been revisiting the classics, and because they are so true. But this one that I'm going to end with for you, this one is actually true. And I know that you know it, but it just bears retelling. It's so good. It's called The Christmas Truce of 1914. And I'm just going to read this now. In December of 1914, a series of grassroots, unofficial ceasefires took hold of the Western Front in the heart of World War I. And in the heat of World War I. On Christmas, soldiers from an estimated 100,000, take that in, 100,000 British and German troops began to exchange seasonal greetings and sing songs across the trenches. Some even walked over to their opponents bearing gifts. The incident became one of the most heartwarming displays of humanity in the history of human conflict, and it's called this Christmas Truce of 1914. Now, from the trenches, a 19-year-old British private by the name of Henry William Williams, great name, he was a man of confounding contradictions. Okay, I'm going to read to you Henry William Williams. He would go on to become one of the most lyrical nature writings in the English language. He was an early admirer of Hitler and an opponent of the Second World War. He wrote to his mother on Boxing Day. This is what he wrote. Dear Mother, I am writing from the trenches. It is 11 o'clock in the morning. Beside me is a coke fire. Opposite me a dugout, wet with straw in it. The ground is sloppy in the actual trench, but frozen elsewhere. In my mouth is a pipe presented by Princess Mary. In the pipe is tobacco. Of course, you say, of course you have a pipe, you have tobacco, but wait, in the pipe is German tobacco. Ha ha, you say, from a prisoner or found in a captured trench. Oh dear, no. No, from a German soldier. Yes, a live German soldier from his own trench. Yesterday, the British and Germans met and shook hands on the ground between the trenches and exchanged souvenirs and shook hands. Yes, all Christmas Day, and as I write. Marvelous, isn't it? It is marvelous. It is marvelous. And may we take heart now, 2018, almost 2019. May we take heart and be of good cheer because the Christ child is come among us, and hearts that are too small they can grow. And meanwhile, those of us who gather by the manger can join hands and sing, welcoming anyone who would like to come in out of the cold and into the warmth of relationship. Amen.